Going live.
We're going live on the Mark Z Drums YouTube channel because we're going live.
Ooh, Drinking with Friends podcast is live now. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Look at that.
We're going live on the Mark Z Drums YouTube channel because we're going live.
Let me go check
Ooh,
that
Drinking with Friends
out.
podcast is live now. Look.
You're
We're
in a
gonna
loop.
again. Boy.
In the loop, in the
That.
loop. Oh yeah,
We're
Mark
going
Z.
live on the Mark Z Drums YouTube channel because we're
I
going
love
live.
this loop. It's the best.
Let me go check
Ooh,
that
Drinking with Friends
out.
podcast is live now. Look.
We're in a loop.
Again. Boy.
Oh yeah, Mark
We're
Z.
going live on the Mark Z Drums YouTube channel because we're
I
going
didn't have that loop going. Let me go check
Ooh,
that
Drinking with
out.
Friends podcast is live now. Look.
We're in a loop.
Again. Boy.
Oh yeah, Mark
We're
Z.
going live on the Mark Z Drums YouTube channel because we're
I
going.
didn't have that loop going. Let me go
All
check
right,
that
now
out.
I don't know how to stop now. It. Look.
We're in a loop.
Boy. Okay, there we go. It was almost out of control. It's out of control.
I like that. That's cool. It's a good effect.
That's funny. So both times didn't even. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Can you guys? How does it look on the Facebook page? Because I can't see it.
Do you want me to log in or no?
Laptop. It looks good. It looks fine.
It
Hold on,
serves its purpose.
I'll show you, and then hopefully we can get video feedback. Right, can you see that?
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah,
It's
let's
live
jump
stream
there.
from a phone on a laptop. Hold on, let me lower this. Okay, good. I'm gonna watch this on my phone as we live stream. All right. So what happened was the reason why we got the loop is because on my computer, when I went to live stream on the YouTube channel, it opened up YouTube on my computer.
Ah.
So I was watching the feed on the computer, and then it was looping back on everything else.
What time is it? Time to drink a beer.
All right.
All right. Official opening. Go for it, Mark. Say something to the crowd of one person, maybe.
You're listening to the Drinking with Friends podcast with Dan, Ben, and Mark. This is episode 6 of season 3. It is St. Patrick's Day, folks.
The post-Patrick's Day.
Are celebrating hard. Today. Even though none of us, have we ever had, Ben's had an Irish bone in his body, but
he got corned beefed with some, he got corned beefed, if you know what I mean.
We're not from that part of the world, but
stuffed it in my cabbage.
Because everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Right. So what are we celebrating with? What are we drinking with? We're going to talk about the holiday. We're going to talk about what we are drinking.
I have my frozen mug.
I have a nice Guinness draft.
Ben, by the way, I have one of those. That's my favorite gift I've ever gotten.
The frozen mug or the beer?
The frozen mug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that from CFO for my birthday, I think, last year.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome.
It is, isn't it?
See, now we're official. It's a Guinness.
It's got two. Oh, that's nice. It's got two layers of plastic, and in between it's got a gel that freezes in the freezer. So it surrounds whatever you're drinking with a frozen gel, so it keeps your drink nice and cold. So, all right. So I'm drinking Guinness Draft. I prefer the draft.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why, and I mean the flavor, but if you want to call me not celebrating properly by not drinking Guinness Stout, and I love a stout, but I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of Guinness Stout. I kind of like it. It's weird for me. So maybe the draft is a more Americanized version for us people.
Speaking of which, I'll be going to Ireland next week.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One way, right?
Yeah. I'm self-deporting, Ben. I heard the ad, so I'm going because one day I want to be an American. But when I go there, we're going to go to the Guinness Brewery. So I'll live stream from there for you guys. I'll do a live taste test.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we will
Oh,
compare how the American version of Guinness
compares to there.
matches up to the real Guinness. So
Mm.
I've
Right.
heard,
I've heard that there's a huge difference.
yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. My daughter and her fiance went not too long ago, and definitely a difference in the two.
Now, from what I'm understanding, there are European countries that are offering money for UF for U.S.
UFOs.
citizens to relocate. So
I'm
maybe you
there.
get a deal over there.
Yeah.
$5. I'm sorry, €5, and I'm in.
Kiss that Blarney Stone that everybody pisses on.
Yeah, Ben, I got a Blarney Stone for you right here. 2 Blarney Stones in a sack.
If it's
My
too good to
shillelagh
pass
sack.
up,
Yeah,
But
so I'll keep you guys in the loop of any cool places, some nice Irish pubs. I'll check in, live stream for whatever time. I don't know what the time difference is.
got to
Probably,
be 5 hours.
you think?
Yeah. Or 4 because we had the daylight savings.
It's got to be 5, or it could be 4, but maybe it's 6.
Well, because we have daylight savings, douche.
Well, learn your time zones, fuckface. The
I don't
fuck's wrong
need
with
to.
you?
I just
Yeah,
have a
because
general idea, and that's good enough for me.
you're in the douche zones. That's the way.
Highway to the douche zone.
In the Death Star, there is no time. It's always a good time for Ben Hader.
It was a
Hey,
good
what
time.
did you call him before, Mark?
oh, Kylo Ben.
Yeah, he's a second-rate Darth Vader.
Yum. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Yes.
Now remember, you cannot say, what is it? How is it? How does it go? You can't say, you have to say St. Patrick's Day. You can't say St. Patty's Day.
Patties.
Yeah, you ain't no real Irish person. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, because I don't want to get it wrong.
You'll offend so many people, man. You're offensive. Irish coffee, Irish beer,
Yeah.
Irish coffee and beer. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
so who had corned beef and cabbage?
Oh.
I think it's in the spelling because it's the St. Patty's Day, but it's TTY, not DDY.
Hmm.
Because Paddy, Paddy, is short for Podrick, which is the Irish spelling of Patrick. I don't know. I'm just trying to be correct.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy
Anyway,
St. Patrick's Day. Cheers to everybody. Ben, what do you got over there, Smittix?
Yeah. Oi. Yes.
Smithwick's.
Oh, Smittix.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of different beers at my local distributor, Circle Houses.
Circle Jerk. Circle K Ranch.
It's, it's
Circle
Circle
K?
Beverage.
Oh, Circle Beverage.
And this one just jumped out at me, man. They had a nice little Ireland section, but it had basically all the stouts, and there was so many different stouts there. And I was like, I don't think I want the stout. I don't want anything too heavy. And I thought we
Right.
were all going to do like they didn't have what was that? The Kyrian?
Killian's?
Killian's.
Killian's?
Killian's. Yeah, I
They
went
didn't
to
have
look for
that.
Killian's myself. I couldn't find Killian's.
No, I couldn't. They didn't have it.
I
And you know what
really-
the kicker was? I didn't have to go to the, dare I say, the international section where they have the beers in special parts. The beers from places of the world. In like this rack has all Belgian beers. The next rack has Japanese beers, and so on and so forth. As I was walking out, I was like, oh, there was a whole pallet of Guinness, this stuff, Schmidtwick, and everything. I was just like, I didn't have to go running around the store and looking up and down trying to find it. It was all right up front. So it was
Okay,
good.
in the interest of accuracy, on the Drinking with Friends podcast, it's pronounced Smittix.
Smittix.
Now, I tried to find Killian's Red. That's one of my favorite red ales, Killian's. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it for a while, actually.
When you
But
got hit
all
by the
those
tariffs?
pallets of Guinness were out there because it's St. Patrick's Day, bro.
I know. I just walked right past it because I saw the Guinness. I was like, I didn't want a Guinness, but I didn't know they had the other beers out there too. So
We
that
might
was
be
my fault.
confusing the live stream people because we're live streaming now, trying to convince everybody that it's Monday. But anyway, that's our game. That's our gimmick. This is theater of the mind.
Hmm.
We are
I
trying
don't
to,
mind.
Was that Theater of Pain?
No,
yes, that could be too.
you're a pain, Ben.
So Ben had an assignment for tonight's live stream.
Did I?
Yeah.
And what was that?
Well, Ben's going to tell us all about all about St. Patrick's Day, the history of the holiday and what it's all about and why we celebrate.
With the three wise men and all that?
St. Patrick's Day, the feast of St. Patrick.
So wait,
There was an actual
Eight?
person,
they ate St. Patrick?
St. Patrick. He was around in 385 to 461.
Mm-hmm.
So right, a couple of years after Christ. Well, a couple hundred years.
Couple of years, few months.
And he was a patron saint of Ireland.
Okay, so his origin is that
Wow.
he's from England.
He is from England.
Irish raiders came over when he was about 16. They kidnapped him, and he was a shepherd slave. That's what he was in Northern Ireland at the time.
And
So,
what did he look like, Ben?
Oh, the picture looks like me.
what? No,
Got the beard.
that's the donkey. I'm talking about the shepherd guy.
Well, what is
No,
the picture you're talking about?
he was Caucasian. A stained glass replica of him. 'Cause that's the only thing they
Where
He's
have
is
to
wearing
go by.
glasses.
Is
He's
that
I
wearing
don't know what he
glasses.
looks like, man. They didn't have cameras back then. I don't think
got
they
a-
knew him.
Where's the stained glass? Is that at St. Benen's Church in Ireland? Ireland?
Saint
Yes, it
Kylo
is.
Ben. Saint
What
Kylo's.
are the Ben, Ben, so why don't you give us a little quiz? What are the also known as? What are the other names of the Feast of St. Patrick's?
Oh, there's so many different names for this feast of St. Patrick. I just clicked out of that page because you're reading the same page I was reading. So yeah, in this he looks more dapper in this picture. But it's an
Like there's
image.
actual pictures of him, Ben.
Uh
Wow, we're having a little
so the Mythbusters are that St. Patrick was actually a real person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh what did they talk about him? But some of the traditions associated with him and the holiday are actual myths. For instance, you'll see the four-leaf clover on St. Patrick's Day. However, according to legend, Patrick used a three-leaf clover or shamrock as part of his teachings.
part of the Shamrock Shake trilogy.
Exactly. Even though it's possible for shamrock to grow a four-leaf, the four-leaf clover is just considered a symbol of good luck. Now, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Manhattan Project.
Also known as La Fele Patrick. Patrick's Day, Patty's Day, or Patty's Day. So I think it's not St. Patty's Day. I think it's Patty's Day, if you want to say it correctly. But you want to use the abbreviation. All right. Well, great, Ben.
Stunning.
That was wonderful information you've given us about the.
Oh, well, you're quite welcome.
This isn't working on my end with this thing.
I don't know what you're doing over there, bro.
It fell over and I
What
tried to
happened
fix
to-
it and there you go. Okay, back to normal kind of. Sorry, folks. We're doing multiple live streams on Zoom, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Pirate Satellite. It's awesome.
But
So
it
anyway,
is something that is celebrated all around the world.
what is
St. Patrick's Day, because
All
it is
around
a
the world?
religious holiday.
yeah, I guess. Gotta throw religion in, didn't you? What's up with you? By the way, he did not drive the snakes out of Ireland because Ireland never had snakes.
That's true.
Fake news, everybody. Fake
There you go.
news.
Disproving the myth.
So Dan, so you're drinking. You're not drinking the Guinness Stout. You're drinking the Guinness Draft Stout,
Yes.
right? It is certainly a different beer, isn't? Is it not?
Yes. And it has the little thingamajigger that's in the can.
So what is the difference, though?
You know, I think the way that it comes out of the can,
Mhm.
because it has that little device they put in there. So it looks like it's a regular pour, a draft pour versus straight out of the bottle, straight out of dairy.
That's very interesting. So it's 4.2%,
Actually, straight out of Dublin.
relatively low, right, for a 12-ounce bottle.
Yeah,
And
it's a good drinking. It's very drinkable. Let's put it that way.
it is. It is. It goes down, and it definitely tastes very different. It's got a hint of roasted coffee and chocolate in the aroma. It's actually a dark ruby red, right? So if you look at it, can you see any hints of red
Actually, yeah, you can see the red.
with a
There's
creamy head?
a red light next to me on the wall. Yeah, I can see. It's like I'm giving cheers and praise at the same time. No, seriously, it has that red hue to it.
It's got a little red hue to it, yeah. As opposed to the oily black of the original Guinness Stout.
The oily black, like
Yeah, yeah.
motor oil black, or
I think it's like a motor oily black.
mm, I
But I
don't
think what
drink
what the Guinness
oily
Stout
Irish
to
coffee.
me is a little bit it's a little bit thinner than a lot of stouts, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a very light stout, kind of like that.
Dare I say watery. Let the hate mail
They say
begin.
diluted, not delusional,
A little
diluted.
watery. This draft is it's a little thicker. It's got a little more to it. It's a little foamier, a little
Mhm.
frothier, you know?
In the words of a good friend, it's got that Guinness poured from the keg authenticity. You mean
What's that little thing that's inside
authenticity?
that's supposed
I
to?
don't know. I don't know, but you hear it? Ben, your people sing and dance when they play this around the fire. Cucaracha, la cucaracha. Come on, Ben, sing
Ya
along.
no
Oh,
puede
yeah.
caminar porque le falta una pata para arrendar, or something like that.
Pint?
Paka paka waka waka. What? La come caca, la come caca. That's your theme song. Anyway, yeah. So did you guys go to any parades or wait, no, Ben, sorry, it's not Pride Month. Your parade is
No,
until June.
no parades. There is one right by where I am in Rocky Point, which is a big parade,
Mhm.
but I do not attend. I don't think I've
Why?
ever. I maybe once for Devin or Dana doing cheer.
So Devin was the cheerleader, is that what you're saying?
No, I forgot what
Come
Devin
on,
would
no.
have done.
Come on, stop, please.
And no, I don't think I've ever participated.
Oh,
Wait,
okay. So the other Guinness is Guinness Extra Stout. I forgot about that.
that's it.
Yeah, so this is the Guinness Draft Stout.
What
Yeah,
was the Guinness that had the Toucan Sam on it? The blonde one?
The Baltimore Blonde Lager.
that was good actually.
That was really good.
We did a tasting of that earlier in season 1, episode 24. At about the hour and 12-minute mark, we whipped those out.
Well,
It wasn't stout.
I'm gonna give you some info that maybe you guys don't know.
Okay, hit us.
Guinness
Yes.
Zero. Heard of it?
It's a non-alcoholic Guinness.
Non-alcoholic one, right?
Non-alcoholic Guinness.
This is what
Did
you
not
do
know
when you
that.
drink it. You're like, oh.
Didn't I tell you that I was making something that asked for a beer? And I said, I want to go get a fancy beer. So I'm in the supermarket trying to get as fancy as I can.
In the fancy beer
And
department.
I see, I think, a blue uh Peroni or something like that. So I'm like, oh, I never seen the blue bottle before. I'm buying this. Take it home. It's non-alcoholic. So I was like, what the hell? I felt like such an ass.
Which is kind of crazy that you would buy non-alcoholic beer because you are in fact an alcoholic.
Well,
Yes, he's been one for many, many, many years.
since
can
I
attest to
married my
that.
wife, Vicky.
Poor Vicky.
He got me
Oh,
drinking.
St. Vicky's Day is the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Because she cleans up the mess that
Does
becomes
Vicky
Ben.
have any Irish in
In
her makeup, in her DNA,
I believe so.
and German?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured she was a little German.
Mhm.
You make it sound so dirty.
No, you hear it that way.
Because
Yeah.
you say it that way, dude. I'm sorry. I can only go by what you say, and it sounds a little dirty.
I know a little
There's
German.
anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
I know a little German.
Go ahead, hit
Yeah.
us.
He's sitting right over there. We all remember that movie. Dan, come on, you know that movie.
Is that Jojo Rabbit?
No, way older than that.
Oh.
I know a little German. He's
Is
sitting.
that yeah, he's right over there.
What the
That
hell
was
movie is it?
Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Oh,
I forget the Top Secret.
Top
Secret.
secret.
Oh, God.
That was great. Yes, yes.
I forgot about that. Holy cow.
Classic.
That was many lifetimes ago, dudes.
That was great.
So
Man.
So,
I'm a fan of the Irish,
me too.
but not of Guinness Extra Stout. I mean, I'll drink it if I'm in the mood or if I'm at a party or whatever, and it's there, fine. But it's not my favorite beer. Also, I'm not a fan of Irish whiskey. Look at me coming on live stream bashing Irish product
Ireland.
On
Irish-
the day.
on the day.
That's so bad. That's awful.
On Le File Podrick. Right?
You're a Celtic guy.
It's like saying you don't like refried beans on frickin' Cinco de Mayo.
See that?
Get out.
That's a made up holiday though.
That's right.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's Mexican Independence Day. Is that what it is, Ben?
Mexicans aren't
Something like
independent.
And tell us all about Mexican Independence Day.
that.
You are so Mexican.
You are so Mexican to me.
And for those of you
You
tuning in
are
for the first
so
time,
Mexican.
Ben is not Saudi. Ben is not Saudi. He is not a terrorist. He is, in fact, a Colombian-born. He's a Colombian-born Mexican. Figure that out, folks. I don't know how that happened.
It is a celebration of the victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of La Puebla in 1862.
Can you show everybody your David Bowie T-shirt?
That's a cool T-shirt.
Fantastic.
Speaking of David Bowie, Ben, Kim Dracula.
That is
Yeah,
a
went to
fantastic
a
shirt.
bunch of shows. I saw one,
Wait. Let me
two,
introduce
three,
this
four,
segment, Ben.
5, 6, 7, 7 bands in the last
Wait.
10 days.
Let me introduce this segment because it's very special.
No, I mean, I'm just saying it. I didn't think
it's
we were talking
Ben
about it till later.
centric. It's Ben centric. I think we had enough for St. Patrick's Day because we're not drunk.
We flamed out, but I'm going to have
Yeah.
to down this and open another one to listen to Ben's story. Hold on.
Here we go. So
What
Ben
stories?
is the concert connoisseur. He'll go to any show, anytime, any place, anywhere. And
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
getting
matter.
harder and harder to do it, man.
Why? Because you're getting older and older?
Because I'm
Or
getting older and older. Going out on a school night, it's tough.
Yeah, all your dates have to be home early. All the boys have to be back before midnight.
I have a test tomorrow. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on.
What
I
is
got
it in?
tests. I got tests for you right here.
I got 2 of them. Two
Ben
little
prefers
tests.
the boys that run track in school.
So Ben has been on a marathon as far as attending shows, or the amount of bands he's seen in the last few days is astonishing. Now you have to remember, Ben is as healthy as Mark is blonde. He's not. Ben is still suffering from the flu that he caught from some monkey about
Yeah.
5 months ago. I mean, 5 weeks ago. He still has the lingering effects. Look at his
Yeah.
face. Look at that. He needs some rest and relaxation, right, Mark?
Yeah, I do
Yes.
actually.
You need a vacation
From your life.
far away.
I'm going on vacation on the 26th of March till April 2nd. Going to
Wow, you
Florida.
guys are like, you're going to be gone. You're going to Ireland. Where are you going, Ben?
I'm going to Florida. There were discount flights. I think it turned out to be like $80 round each way. So it's like $160 round trip. So we're gonna go visit Vicky's mom and dad.
Are you going on Frontier?
No, Southwest out of Islip too.
Oh, no shit. Really?
Yeah, the prices just kept on dropping. So Vicky just kept on repurchasing the tickets or whatever she
Like your
does.
testicles. They finally
And yeah,
How
no,
long
they're still hanging high, man.
How
they're
long has
too big
Southwest
to
been
throat.
flying out of MacArthur?
Years, dude.
Yeah, for years.
You've
Down
been
to
flying out-
Florida, though?
No,
Yeah.
that's new. You're right. A couple of
No,
years,
no,
maybe
no,
2 or
no.
3 years,
Southwest has
maybe
been
more.
flying to Orlando and to Jacksonville. And also, that's primarily where we go to Jackson.
Out of,
Orlando.
out of MacArthur?
Yeah.
You're right.
they
So it's
don't
a
fly,
direct
so they
flight. It
don't
used to
fly down
be,
to Tampa.
yeah, you used to have to go to
Yeah.
Baltimore and then go to, but now it has a direct flight.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go see cousin Kelly. I'll hopefully meet up with her. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see Michelle. But that's about it. It should be fun. It should be nice, relaxing.
Well, our trip is going to be with Karen and Andy. Andy, the
Ah,
brewmaster that you guys have
mhm.
encountered in the past. And we're going to hit a couple of breweries, obviously Guinness, a lot of the distilleries, and get some Irish whiskey. Hit the pubs. We're going to be spending multiple nights in Dublin and Galway, and it should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. We're renting a car, taking all the scenic back roads so we can stop, take pictures.
That's cool.
Yeah, throw some people off the cliffs. It'll be a lot of fun.
All
So
right, make sure you include yourself.
I will, with my effigy of you.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. So
Ben,
I'll
when
be
you're-
checking in from the road and showing you guys and live streaming that for the show and everything, just to give everybody a taste of Ireland.
Yes,
Can't
lots
wait.
of pictures, please. That would be great. Now, now, Ben, when you fly
Ben's trip
Southwest,
to Florida is going to be so much fun.
Ben, when you go down to Florida, is it really restrictive as far as because MacArthur? I know when I fly out of Frontier, when
You're
I fly,
dying.
Oh my God.
Ben, I'm trying to speak here. Can you hold
Oh,
your
Wait,
A
wait,
until
Mark,
I'm
Mark.
done?
You got
Just
so
everything went
excited
black for a second. Hold on.
Everything went
because
black
when
for a
he goes to Florida, he's going to be rating all the landscaping companies. That's why he's going there. He's got experience.
That's funny, Mark.
Call. You have to call the medics to the third floor of the Death Star to get Ben some assistance.
No,
No,
I got my
when I try to fly
Got
out
my
of MacArthur
blood
on,
pressure cup.
oh Jesus,
Put it around your neck.
Ben's medical minute. This
It's
reminds
next
me of
minute,
when the
too.
old folks used to come over and talk about their doctor's appointments and their medications.
Oh God.
That
Yeah,
would
you
be the
want
topic of conversation.
to see medication? Here it is, right here. This is the
Oh,
medicine. It
nice.
makes all things right.
I'm gonna try that next.
I would definitely
This is
be into
excellent.
some Roku right now.
And we're going to get the sampler, which has a bunch of different flavors, so we could do that on the show.
Nice.
They have an orange, they have a lime citrus stuff. It's really good.
Oh,
You guys will like it.
That's awesome. Yes, I'd like to go back down that road again.
Yeah. And now that it's almost spring, guys, wink, wink. It's time to drink some gin and tonics.
Yeah, well, can you have some more pool parties this year than you did last year? You're
Yes.
way under
Dude, our pool
Quota.
was at commission for a couple of weeks because the liner had to be replaced.
oh no.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Remember, Mark, when Ben went in,
Then they left screws
nose,
in it.
his nose scraped the side of the pool
Oh,
wall and
snap.
ripped the liner.
It was his talons.
No,
Left screws in it, right? Didn't they leave screws on the
yeah, and they had to come back and fix it. So, but yeah, this year should be a lot of fun. So you guys are invited, except Ben. but it'll be a lot of fun.
All
Vicky can come, Ben.
right, I'll let her know.
Everybody in your family can come.
I have to bring this up so that everybody.
I could drive him there. I'll be their Uber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to bring this up so that everybody watching the stream can understand that Ben was supposed to take me on a cruise, and he never did.
We'll
So
take you on a cruise. He's
What's
got
that?
a little. He's got a little dinghy.
somebody needs to take me on a cruise. I'm just saying.
Dude, you don't even like
Good
boats
night.
or the water. What the hell are you talking about?
No,
Don't
I
let-
do. I've been on one cruise in my lifetime.
That was an all men's cruise.
Really, it was really great.
What were their names?
It was Royal Caribbean, and
yeah, I think I did say
went to
that.
Coco Cay in the
Oh, who
Bahamas,
knows?
Nassau, Freeport.
Mhm.
Hmm. That sounds like fun.
It
Was
was
it
really
singles
fun.
cruise?
It was really fun. No, I was with my wife at the time.
What's his name? Was it Kim Dracula?
His name was Gaston.
Gaston,
Gaston.
Gaston, 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 Gaston.
All right, so I have my second Guinness draft stout. Go ahead, Ben. Tell us about your music-filled week.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
All right,
I
so
can't say the
anyway.
dates.
Where are you flying out of when you go down to Ireland?
Out of JFK.
Oh, very
Leave
nice.
Must be an international airport.
Do you need a ride?
No,
Anyway, Ben, go ahead.
Thanks, Mark. I'm giving you your Poober review. 2 stars.
Poober.
Poober.
And if you need extra room, Poober tea.
Okay. Just go ahead.
So what do you want? I just got a message. My Girl Scout cookies order came in.
Fucking kidding me.
Okay, so what do you want to know
Your
about the
hemorrhoid
shows?
cream
Now I
baby's
understand.
toothpaste came in.
Now I understand why nobody watches the podcast.
Why? That's
You gotta
interesting.
start just
What the-
making shit up, you know?
Did you get trefoils, Ben?
Yes, I did.
And what else?
So this is a girl.
Across the board. He checked every box.
Everything, because we're trying to get her daughter to get the most sales or whatever.
Right.
Why don't you just give the kid some fucking money and
So
just
she
see
can-
bullshit?
Well, we
No,
were
so she can get
close
that
when
transistor
Dana
radio in
was
the catalog.
cheerleading. Let me talk, man.
So you can
Let
get
me
the,
talk.
so she can get the transistor radio in the catalog?
No, the green stamp.
So
The bubble maker.
she
I'm
was one of
sorry,
the
man. Go ahead.
moms that I hung out with when
Snow cone
Dana
maker.
was cheerleading. So after the divorce, she was really nice and stopped by just to check in. So I say hi to her and everything every now and then. And then now we got the cookies and they're coming. I got to tell Vicky that they're coming.
Wait, after whose divorce?
My divorce.
So you got divorced and she came to check in on you?
Yeah, just as a nice
The-
person because she
the
knew
little
all
girl?
the crap that was going on.
The little girl
She's just
came
like,
over?
this is just crap, you know?
What'd you say? She came over as a nice person?
As a nice
Just
person.
stop by, say, hey, how you doing? Do this other things. And we just talk for a little bit and she go.
And was she naked?
No.
Were you
You
naked?
didn't read anything else into
Yes.
it than that?
I'm sorry?
You didn't read anything else into that?
No. She was married. She had somebody else. But now
Yeah.
she's divorced.
That's why, Ben.
You go check in on her?
No.
Was it a
You're
coincidence
married.
that she got divorced right after she began checking in on you?
No.
Because she needed a
Years
real
later.
name.
Oh my God. All right, so go ahead, Ben.
Okay, so my shows. Went to 3 shows, saw 7 bands. The first show was Coheed and Cambria. They just announced a secret, well, not a secret, but a special
But that's
show.
two and a third bands per show.
Yeah, something
Doing
like
the math now.
No, exactly like that. Don't give me that something like that. That's exactly accurate.
that.
Show your work.
So, the first show was only Coheed, and it was a release party show. And it was at Irving Plaza. If you're familiar with Irving Plaza, there's just the main floor, and then there's an upstairs. The upstairs is usually open to everybody. You could go anywhere. If you want to sit down, they charge you a little bit, but only one, the left-hand side was open for the general public. The rest was just like radio execs, business execs. It was just an unbelievable amount of industry people there. And the show was just amazing to see them in a small venue again, to see them do all these great hits, playing songs off the new album. And it was a lot of fun, man. It was a really, really good show. They were having fun. It was really cool because they live streamed it, and I was able to rip the live stream. So I have a copy of it for, Devin, my son. And it's great to see the power and of the drummer, because there's a song where they just wait for him and he has to come down and he has to he does this whack on the snare, and then the band starts up really softly, and then the whole place goes crazy. So it was funny watching them through the eyes of the drummer, because that's where the camera was, looking at Josh saying, "Come on, man, do it, hit it, get the thing going. Don't fall asleep, Mark. Mark, wake up." So that was really cool. They were just having a really great time. So the next show was Keonashi. It was at the Paramount in Huntington, and he was opening up, and there were three other bands after him, or after the band Keonashi. So Keonashi was great. They started the pit going, and there were about 300 or 400 people there just to see the opening act, which is impressive.
Wait. Are you talking about the Katanagi twins?
No, Keonashi. That's the name of the guy, or the band, Keonashi. And I know you're not familiar with any of their music, so I'll just keep on going. But it's pretty intense, and they got.
How do you know that?
What do you mean?
How do you know we're not familiar with their music?
Oh, I know you're not familiar with their music.
You might be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, you don't know. So Keonashi was on, very intense, followed by Crystal Lake, the Jason movie. This band was 5-piece, 4 members that are playing all the instruments, guitars and bass, all Japanese. The lead singer looked just like Danny's brother Al. So I'm laughing the whole time. I was like, is that Al singing? They were really good, but they were just very, mechanical. They did things, they spun their hair around, they did everything, they were in sync, all that stuff. It was pretty cool. But it was like not as emotional as especially Keonashi. Then came Kim Dracula. So
is this Kanashi?
This is that one show. What is Danny holding up? Oh, really?
Oh, wait. I'm going to illustrate Ben at the concert. Keep going, Ben.
Can you hear Kanashi?
What? Who are you talking to?
You don't hear the music?
No.
Who are you talking to?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Play I Hate the Sound of Car Keys.
That's what I'm playing, but you can't hear it.
No. That place went crazy. That mosh pit was just out of control.
Hold on, let me make sure I have it right.
Because you don't.
I do. I think I'd like that. Yeah, my experiment's not working. I was trying to play music over the thing, but yeah, I like that song. I think I like this band.
It's their closer for now. Intense.
They remind me a little of Car Bomb.
Really, really nice. And then Kim Dracula comes on. Now, an announcer goes on and says, "Please split the floor for Kim Dracula." So I'm standing right by the soundboard, and everybody just parts ways. And Devin's screaming at me, You got to come over here because Kim's not going to come out unless you come over here. I was like, oh, all right. I didn't know. So I move over there. And as soon as I get there, I turn around. I'm like, okay, where is Kim? And like 5 seconds later, in comes this person. Walks straight through the whole crowd because the crowd is parted. Didn't know where to get to the stage. So someone had to like flash a light and say, go over here. So then the announcer had to say, okay, everybody to the right, part ways so Kim can make it to the stage. Everybody parts their ways, goes up onto the stage. Holy crap. What a show. We stayed for a couple of songs. I was blown away, man. Had a bass player. She looked like she was at least maybe 4'5". But
He's
man,
looking
could
for a
that
bass
person play
player.
bass?
He's looking for a bass player.
Yeah, this is the bass player that took over.
Oh, that they just got? Okay.
Yeah. So maybe just doing the tour. I'm not sure.
Right.
The whole band is wearing suits. They're wearing black suits, white shirts, black tie. They have this sax player who's also a keyboardist doing all these really cool things, like little interludes. It was just an amazing experience. I thought that was very, very cool. And then we left, and on our way out, we had dinner with Keonashi, except for the lead singer. He had a friend that was there visiting, so I think they went out to dinner separately. So we hung out with the band, talking to them and all that stuff. So that was really, really cool. And then the next
Did
show,
you know that
That's what it
Kim
looked like.
Dracula is from Tasmania?
yeah, from Australia.
Yeah, Tasmania.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like at the show.
Damn.
As you can see, Ben's in the audience. Pretty hard not to pick him out of the crowd.
I was shocked by how many people for Keonashi were just really started going to slam dancing and
So
getting
why?
it going.
So what? Who was the headliner of this show?
It was a co-headliner. So it was Kim Dracula and Hanabi, Hanabie. And that's a four-piece Japanese girls.
A four-piece
Oh, really?
Japanese girls.
Wow.
It's like a
As they
four-piece
come,
dinner.
usually Japanese girls come in more pieces than four, but these are only the four. You couldn't afford the whole thing.
Wow, that's interesting. So a lot of Japanese acts, and then a Tasmanian, Australian
Right.
person.
Gender non-specific person.
Right.
Well, I believe his name is Samuel, but I
Let's
don't
call him
know
Lady Dracula.
what they identified it as, what he identified,
Kim
what they
Dracula.
identify as. I'm not sure.
They, them.
Okay. Fantastic then.
I think he's ripping off Lady Dracula, but that's
Fantastic then. Okay.
not cool.
That's awesome, dude.
Then we saw three bands. And this was with my other son, James. And that was a pretty interesting show. That was at the Bowery Ballroom
Okay.
in New York City. And it had I forget the girl's name, so I'm trying to find that information. So it had this solo female artist open up. Her name was Shauna Dean Cokeland. Now, she was okay. But one thing that I found really cool about her was that all the songs, except for the one that I recorded, were just four chords over and over and over again. So the verse, the chorus, everything was over those four chords. And I thought that was pretty cool. That takes a little bit of talent to not change a chorus and to be able to manipulate the same chord pattern to encompass a verse and a chorus. She said something pretty funny.
Did they change the vocal melody over that?
Yes. What I thought she said was pretty funny. She's just like, after this, I'm gonna be at the merch booth. Um, I'll be more than happy to trade merch for weed. Yep, you heard it right. If you have weed, give me some of that weed. I thought that was, I was like, all right, that came out of nowhere. That's odd.
And went to his
But
backyard and started pulling out crabgrass, weeds.
yeah, well,
You're
sometimes you got to do
Chloe.
what you got to do.
Currency is currency.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
This
then
was
the
at the
next band
Bowery
was
Ballroom.
Hotel Mira, Mira, but pronounced Mira, Mirror. And they were surprisingly great. Oh my, they just got the audience up and running, got us
Running out the
in the
door.
mood. They sang so many great songs. They had great audience participation. We were singing along with them. It was a lot of fun. And then the
Was it
headliners were Rare Americans, who were, a polished act, really, really good. But coming after Rare Hotel Mirror, it was just like, oh, like the energy dropped. I would say that the Bowery Ballroom only holds like about 500 people. I would say that there was about 400 people there by the time Hotel Mirror finished their set. By the time Rare Americans came on, there must have been at least like 300 to 250 people. A lot of people left. A lot of people were there to see Hotel Mirror.
so? Was it the Bowery Electric?
No, the Bowery Ballroom on Delancey Street in New York City.
Yeah, okay. But there's the Bowery Electric.
What do you mean?
It's electric.
It's a different room. I mean, it's the same place, but it's a smaller room.
There's only one room in there.
Okay.
It's yeah, like I said, it's on the corner of Delancey and the Bowery. Yeah, as far as I know, there's just the one room in there. So that was all my shows. I've been to the Bowery a couple times. I always thought the Bowery was a huge room, but it's not. It's just a very small venue. But it's a really cool venue. It's nicely laid out. Every place where you are is good. The only negative was that the balcony was closed off because it's sometimes nice just to sit and relax and watch a whole show. But besides that, man, it was some great music. A lot of great music out there. So please go out, support your local bands, even on a school night. You get home late and get up early and makes for a long day.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes
we're
it's
Yeah,
going
worth
to
it.
see we're going to see Broken Nails tomorrow night at Katie's of Smithtown.
Oh,
I got a special invitation.
who's Broken Nails? Where they
Broken
play?
Nails are
the
the
band that Mark used to manage
yeah, I
or
used to
work with.
direct. Yeah, I used to
Oh,
direct them.
you taught them,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now they want to show him how far they progressed since he left.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very far indeed. They're selling out these places and they're 15, 16 years old and
But they're really good. So
they're really good. We're going to go out to see them tomorrow night. It's always cool when when they reach out or when I go to see them play. It's just really, really cool because they're very appreciative of the time and effort I spent working with them. And the other day, I got a message on Instagram that one of my former students had followed me, and the mom reached out and said, "Hey, she just started an Instagram." So I went and followed her page. But this was a couple of years back that I was teaching her. And I have that a lot. I have a lot of students that left for whatever reason, and then a year later, 2 years later, they reach back out. They want lessons, whatever. Or the mom reaches out and says, "Oh, she's doing this now. They're doing that now." Like I'm constantly getting messages from students that I've taught in the past, either from them directly or from their parents, like catching me up on what they're doing and
oh,
stuff.
that's nice.
It's great, man. It's really, really satisfying and it just keeps reminding me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
And so yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, tomorrow night at Katie's, and then we may go see Lisa. If you know, you know. No?
I don't know.
the Janis Joplin tribute vocalist, but she does a lot of other stuff.
Where?
Actually, I don't know. That's
Oh,
probably going to be after Broken Nail, so I have to find out from my SO.
May 2nd,
Hmm.
Reign of Angels is playing again.
Wow.
It's
Congratulations.
unfortunately it's a Don Fest. Donnie was the drummer for the Ramones. Now the Ramones is a Ramones cover band that our guitarist Sean is a member of, and the drummer Donnie passed away maybe 2 years ago,
Hmm.
and and you know it's very rare you meet someone like this guy. This guy is just was just an amazing person. He met my son once, talked with him, maybe 2 years later, ran into Devin again, and was just like, "Oh, hey, you still playing drums? You still knew everything that they talked about."
Hmm.
My daughter met my daughter. We go to see Judas Priest with Queensryche opening up, and we are in okay seats, not bad. And my daughter sees Dom, and she's just like, "Can I go say hello?" So I'm like, "Of course." She comes, "Dana, how are you? How's school? What he did?" He just knew everything that they talked about, and he was just like, he was almost on the floor. So he was, facing directly to the stage. He had much better seats than we had, and he's just like, "No, stay here with me. You guys stay here with me, okay? This is better for you to sit here and do all this stuff." And just a warm, loving guy. It was just amazing, and it's good. It's going to be sad playing the show, but to honor someone who is so just a wonderful person. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually gonna practice a lot more than I normally do. I'm gonna make sure that everything goes smoothly. Hopefully I can hold everything down.
That's
But
awesome,
what a
man.
great guy. A great guy.
Where's the show?
It is at Mr. Beery's in, I forget what, the Bethpage?
Hmm. Bethpage,
Newtown?
Hicksville.
Bethpage.
Farmington.
So I'll be promoting more of that. We're gonna rehearse because we haven't rehearsed in a while. We're a little bit of on a hiatus, and we still have the album to finish off.
Can
So
you give us the
hopefully
rehearsal
that
schedule?
goes. Hmm?
What's the rehearsal schedule going to be?
We don't know. I think we're going to try to rehearse Monday or Tuesday next week. But
Yeah,
then I
we're
told them,
rehearsing on Sunday. Madame St. Beatrice, we're rehearsing on Sunday
"Oh, where?
in Mount Vernon
Oh,
at Degenerated Studios in Mount Vernon. It's actually closer than going all the way up to White Plains, where I used to go. So yeah, we're getting ready for a few.
not that much closer.
Yeah, it's about a half an hour closer.
Oh, half an hour. Okay, I was going to say 15, 20 minutes, but okay, half an hour. All right.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does because especially if you're driving up, it does. I hear you. Because I remember when I drive sometimes going upstate to see my brother, I'll take different paths, and one of those will follow the train,
Mm-hmm.
and I always see Mount Vernon.
Right.
Do you take the train or you drive up?
I drive up.
All right.
Oh, I could take a train up there? I'd have to look
Yeah.
into
Yeah, but then you got to figure out how you're going to get from the train station to and that train is Metro North. So then you got to go to Penn Station, somehow get but I don't know if it'll go from Penn Station
that. No,
to,
forget it. Forget it.
yeah, it's
It's
already
probably
complicated.
if you take mass transit, it'll probably take like 2.5 hours
Yeah.
because of all of that nonsense.
Right.
I once took mass transit to a Giants game or a Jets game at MetLife Stadium,
Mm-hmm.
and that was surprisingly smooth. But I did have to go to Penn Station, then go to New Jersey Transit
Yeah.
and catch the shuttle to the stadium. But all in all, it wasn't a terrible ride. I've also done it from the airport from JFK. I've taken mass transit home from JFK. which again, not too bad if you know what to do and where to go.
Yeah, that's the key because I think I tried that once and it was just horrible.
It's not for everyone. One time I went into the subway. I was going to try to take the subway somewhere when I got into the city. And I walked down there. First of all, it was about 150 degrees when you go down into the tunnels. And there's just fucking tunnels everywhere. Like if you turn around 360 degrees, you will see 1,000 tunnels with signs and numbers and colors and shit. And I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And I just went right back up to the surface because it was just crazy, man.
There was, I forgot what station, maybe 42nd Street, but it's like you said, there's layers, and it's just like there's a whole layer of trains on subfloor one, then there's subfloor two. You're like, holy crap, what?
It's
And you're just
crazy,
like in
man.
this hole, and it's just like, damn, damn. So
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I got a top 10 list if you guys want.
But Dan, are you all right? Are you having a stroke?
I'm listening. What's your top 10 list about, Ben?
Top
Top
10.
10 most unusual St. Patrick's Day traditions around. Don't you look it up.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
Ben, I'm not cheating, but I need another beer for this.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a town and you tell me what they do and then the country or no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, probably the most popular one, and you hopefully you guys know Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, they dump green dye in the Chicago River.
They dumped the dye in the river.
Wow, good call, Dan.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Oh,
It's nice and green.
Gangrene.
How about Portland, Maine?
Portland, Maine. What do they do? They dump green dye in Puget Sound.
No, they do a freezing dive into the Atlantic Ocean at 5:30 a.m.
Oh man.
What the hell does that have to do with St. Patrick's Day?
I don't know, but then they enjoy a free Irish breakfast. It doesn't tell you what the hell the breakfast is.
Wow.
Maybe
A
some
live
Irish,
auction and a raffle by at the nearby restaurants. It's also a good cause. And
probably
that's
some
just
Irish soda bread.
probably.
Or corned beef and cabbage.
How
Right. Yeah.
about New London, Wisconsin?
Oh, Wisconsin blow dryer. Do you
No.
guys know what a Wisconsin blow dryer is?
Oh,
Google
I
it.
know him.
Google it. I just found out what it was last night, and I was like, oh my God,
Okay, I gotta look that up.
Wisconsin blow dryer.
So the city changes all, they say that the leprechauns come in and change all the signs to say New Dublin for the day, even on the highways.
oh wow.
Wow.
Next one, New Orleans. We'll go through them quicker.
They throw green beads at people.
No, no, slow it down.
Oh, so you can look it up?
Now you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, hold on. We're on to something here.
Yes. It always takes a top 10 list to bring out something else.
All right. So in New Orleans, you know
Oh
they
my
do
God.
their parties,
Lord, Dan.
but they do their parties and then everybody takes part in a vegetable food fight.
That's
Oh, nice.
very traditional.
Cabbage?
Doesn't
Cabbage
say,
patch.
just
I would
all
throw a
these
whole
different
cabbage
things.
right at your face. Dan, look it up.
What was that?
Look it up. Wisconsin blow dryer.
Who comes up with these names? And, there's a YouTube video of some guy telling his wife about the Wisconsin blow dryer, and he tells her to Google it. Oh my God. It was funny as hell.
It's horrifying.
Oh, what the hell? To dry it with your farts?
Thanks, Ben.
I'm still a
Oh
fan
my
of the
goodness.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, Ben, next
Very
one.
good. Very good,
Number
Ben.
5. Do you want any more, or you done with this?
Oh, there's more. But wait,
Yes.
there's more.
Yeah,
We still got to go into other countries. We still have one left in the United States.
Okay.
Hot Springs, Arkansas, or Arkansas.
they paint pigs green and make them run around.
Something with the diamond mines. By the way, I'm going to Hot Springs
Oh, really?
April, yes. So that's a fun little coincidence. I have no idea. What do? They color the
They are known
diamond
for the
green.
world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, which takes place on the shortest street in everyday use in the world, as it was named by Ripley's, believe it or not, in 1940s, Bridge Street. It's only 98 feet long. And
The
it hosts
parade down it.
the hour-long parade, which includes Elvis impersonators and a Blarney Stone kissing contest and various other performances.
So Ben, you dress up as the Blarney Stone,
Maybe.
but everybody pees on you. Is that it?
Hey,
I'm talking about the dog population.
that's making the most out of what you got.
Around the world.
You only got 98 feet of road.
Let's go with the parade.
Is not in any order. So let's go to Japan first. East Japan, ISE.
Oh, wow. See, truly an international holiday.
Yes.
If the
Remember,
Japanese,
it's religious.
right,
I
okay.
don't think there's a huge population of Catholics in Japan.
Now, you never know. But you know what they do?
Godzilla in a green outfit.
With the Japanese and Irish flags flying together, residents dressed like leprechauns, play bagpipes, and do jigs. What did I say? Bagpipes?
You said pikes, bag
Pikes.
pikes.
Big pikes.
The
Oh,
day
wow.
culminates with an oyster festival.
Got to celebrate the green oysters. You know.
International Space Station.
What?
Oh my God.
An astronaut took a picture of Ireland from space and was singing Danny Boy.
Oh, that song is
Yeah,
close to my
yeah.
heart.
Banwen, Wales. I thought it was some Asian place. Well, so I said
Wales?
Banwen.
Part of the UK
Banwen,
Wales?
Wales.
Don't I have a Guinness beer glass? Didn't you give me one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you both gave me one?
So St. Patrick was born in Banwen in the year of 385 AD.
Where?
The parade culminates
Commemorates.
Where it
culminates
accumulates.
as a stone commemorating the saint's alleged birthplace.
Where was it? Where's the birthplace?
Banwen, Wales.
Oh, wow.
Mogwai Wales.
Interesting.
2 left. Brussels, Belgium.
They
Mm.
make ginormous waffles.
Nope.
I was in
Grapes.
Lens and Mons, Belgium. I was not
They
in
play Gaelic football, hurling, and
The hurling happens outside the bar after.
I don't know what
Oh,
Kemoji.
they have a sprout they have a sprout festival in Brussels.
Well, that one just pops right up there.
And then they have a toast of champagne, but it's not clear if the champagne is green or not. They don't know. And the last one is Montserrat,
Montserrat.
the Caribbean island.
They have a volcano diving party.
Okay, so in Montserrat, it's a sizable Irish Catholic population since the 17th century. It is the only place outside the world,
Outside the world?
outside of Ireland, where St. Patrick's Day is a public holiday. Montserrat celebration isn't just a generously proportion; it lasts 10 days.
Wow.
They have Creole food, blending the island's Irish and African heritage. So that's everything that goes down on that day. Pretty
Wow.
interesting, man.
All right, fantastic. Next top 10, Ben, go.
What's the next top 10?
Oh, you didn't have two for today?
No, I did not.
You've been listening and watching the Drinking with Friends podcast with Dan, Ben, and Mark. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and happy Patty's Day to all.
Have a good one.
We
Woo.
love you all. Drink
Long time.
the Guinness, but not the proper 12.
Yes.
You remember when Conor McGregor punched an old man in an Irish pub?
Yes.
Because Conor wanted him to drink his proper 12 garbage swill, and the old man said, "I'm not drinking that garbage." Yes.
No.
So in honor of that old man who took
Cheers.
for the team rather than drinking shitty Irish whiskey, here's to you, Semitic.
Yay, America.
This
It
drag.
almost sounds like that Bud Light commercial. Here's to you, Mr. Foam Finger Guy.
Here's to you, Guinness Draft Stout.
Yay.
And
We're out.
you have to say, you haven't said anything all show.
Who, me?
That's why it was a good show.
Oh, on that note, like, subscribe, share, comment down below, whatever you like. We're trying to build this channel, so please subscribe. Tell your friends, ask us questions, whatever you like. Go to dwfcast.com for all the behind the scenes videos, pictures, stories, and all the latest on any live shows we have. And the new
Uncharted podcast with yours truly. Just recorded our first episode yesterday. Very interesting, very topical.
Power. Ooh.
Yes, and I'll be giving Mark all the raw data so we can put it up online for everybody to enjoy.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Good for you. And the new season 3 of the Drinking with Friends podcast, which will be up wherever you get your podcasts. We're trying out this new live streaming thing. You can tell
Yeah.
that it's a work in progress. We will probably be live together again in the same place very, very soon.
Yes.
Cool.
In the
You
meantime,
know what I'll do? And I know Ben won't do this because he's a cheap bastard, but I'm going to Ireland. I'll grab you guys some kind of alcoholic beverage so we can taste test it.
fantastic.
All right.
Very
All right.
excited. Have a great trip, my friend.
Yes, thank you. Ben, same.
Ben, have a great trip.
Peace.
I will see you on the flip side.
Yay.
Yeah.
Later.